The Honorable Mr. Justice Vikram Nath, Judge, Supreme Court of India, the Honorable Mr. Justice Varale, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Mr. R. Venkatramani, Attorney General for India and Honorary Chairman ex officio of the Bar Association of India, Mr. Prashant Kumar, President, Bar Association of India, Amarjit Singh Bedi, Honorary Secretary, Bar Association of India, the most important person in this room for many of you who've obtained a visa to arrive here, Rachana Srivastav, Vice President of the Bar Association of India, distinguished bar leaders, ladies and gentlemen. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to New Delhi, an ancient settlement on the banks of the river Yamuna, and which currently serves as the capital of the most populous country in the world. A special greeting, namaste, to all our first-time visitors to India. I'm so glad that the Pola Summit has not, as yet, succumbed to the seduction of Zoom. It's indeed a pleasure for the Bar Association of India to host you in person. How wonderful that our deliberations over the next 2 days will take place face-to-face across this room, and without that infernal instruction, please put your questions in the chat box. As you will experience, Delhi has much to offer beyond its notorious air quality index reading. Incidentally, the showers of the past few days has ensured that we are in good air territory for now. Please do take the time to visit the grand medieval monuments, the bustling bazaars, and the diverse food scenes. You have here a range of religious landmarks: Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Buddhist, Christian, Jain, Zoroastrian, Baha'i, where even the non-believers amongst us may experience a spiritual stirring. Then we have a set of modern landmarks in the secular tradition. Amongst them, our Supreme Court building, whose facade Indians associate with liberty, dignity, and justice, that triumvirate of values which drew many of you into the world of law. This summit is exceptionally diverse, and when I did a count late last evening, we had over 50 distinguished delegates representing 22 jurisdictions. Thank you for traveling great distances to participate in these deliberations. In many ways, Delhi mirrors India, rooted in history, enriched by diversity, and energized by the aspirations of a young and future-looking population. To speak of Delhi is to speak of India's vibrancy, resilience, and promise. At summits like these, global events invariably cast a shadow. An ancient Indian political text, the Arthashastra, foreshadowed a philosophy in wide currency today. It goes by the name Matsya Nyaya, or law of the fish. Matsya is fish, Nyaya is law. And the Arthashastra tells us that the bigger fish eat the smaller fish. The Arthashastra cautions us that in the absence of a fair magistrate, the strong will swallow the weak. However, under the protection of an impartial magistrate, order will return and the weak will resist the strong. I trust that our deliberations will reject Matsya Nyaya for a more just order. Perhaps we should be guided by the Nobel laureate Amartya Sen's idea of justice when he argues that the real Nyaya, or justice, is about reducing injustice across communities in observable ways. And for that, surely, we require an independent bar, an independent judiciary, the deepening of democracy, and a fearless appetite for courage. I thank you all and welcome you to this summit.